Hello everyone, Hawkey here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. So in today's video, I want to talk about the future of Sword of Convallaria. More importantly, what is our endgame? What are we farming all these talents? What are we farming all our characters, our equipment? What are we doing this for? I'm still sitting on like all this materials, all this gear, and I'm sure many of you are in the same position as I am. We've cleared all the stages here. We're just farming here for the exchange. Uh, you know, I I'm already finished Fireside Chat. It was a challenge, but it was it took a few hours, but it's all done. Voyage of Discovery is already gone. There's chapter 11. That's all done. I know I can go back and sort of go through and clear through my hard stages, but I just I'm just two stages off. I'm not really motivated to just really full clear all my hard stages. It is what it is. I know it's a bit challenging, but that's not really the reason I'm playing the game. I'm playing it for the end game. So when we look back on other gacha in the strategy RPG genre, we have the Final Fantasy, War of the Vision, Blue Archive, Fire Emblem Heroes, Path to Nowhere. Like most of these games, there's a PvP focus end game. So that could be one of the goals that we'll be looking at. I know Arknights has its contingency contract, so that's like roguelike PvE end game. And then the big players like Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, they're really story driven end game. There's still a bit of end game content that you beat stages here and there, but most of their big patches are on the actual story and exploring the world. And yeah, what is it for Sword of Convallaria? Like, it's good that we're getting new banners. All the dual banners are pretty much bait banners. Don't do that. We also got new players jumping into the game. Like this guy's level 29, which is, it's great seeing new players. I think we were at 19k. We jumped to 20k on Reddit, so top 5% by size. I think it said somewhere that we're like top 50 in like mobile games or something. But yeah, we got a really nice community going, and yeah, what is our future content? So I feel like there's a few options for us to go. So for PvP, this was the Paradise Battle. So this came out in Taiwan on the 5th of July 2024. This was 11 months into their release. So their release was on the 7th of August 2023. CN was the 23rd of November 2023. Global JPKR release was on the 1st of August. I mean, technically it was like 31st of July in some regions, but let's just round it to 1st of August 2024. So yeah, they got theirs 11 and 8 months into the game. But we just got ours like really, really fast. Less than 2 months in the game on the 29th of July. This is when it came out. And it was a bit of a struggle for us. Like, you guys remember, we have to set 15 units. So we could still play that sort of PvP at the moment as well. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, there it is. Yeah, and you could just preset 15 units, and you need every single unit like raised up. You can't swap equipment around during PvP, so you need 15 sets of gear. Like even at this stage, I don't think I have fully invested into 15 sets of equipment. Like I got, what's that, 4, 8, 12, 15 weapons technically. But yeah, it's 5, 9. Yeah, I don't really have that many equipment, so I might need to rely on some epic equipment here and there. But it's just a bit of a mess, and I haven't really fully engraved them and everything. So it did release really early for us. and I think that's one of the focuses they're going to do for sort of Convallaria. Like if you guys remember from their Twitter and also from Tomias's Dream and Dotato's videos, there was a huge PvP showcase as well. Yeah, here it is. So the big shout out for this content creator PvP on the test server, and then we saw that all their units were like fully maxed out, and it was nice to watch, but it wasn't really relatable to us. Like we were struggling to gear up our units, let alone, you know, doing such an epic PvP like that. And Tomias is really good with his Tomias Cup in a lot of other games as well. So this is just another big PvP event, and the focus on us might be just PvP event. Are we going to go down the trail of other sort of games where I recall Fire Emblem Heroes, War of the Visions. I'm not too sure about the others, but yeah, they were really PvP focused games. I think a big one a lot of other people play is Epic 7. They have a huge PvP as well. I know we have Glorious Hall and some other communities as well. They're really invested in PvP. I did broadcast their final live on my stream as well. Co-cast with Quarter. That was an amazing match between Soul and A Magic Joe. But yeah, is that going to be our end game? Um, like they also did like a Guzman League guild based PvP tournament, so maybe it's going to be like guild versus guild as well. Is that what we're? Is that what our end game's going to be? There's another option. Well, I mean, they don't have to do all these independent of each other. They can give us multiple end games. So Towerversity. I know I've been talking about this a lot, and yeah, this was released in um, Taiwan and Chinese version during the Kanbei banner. So it was about 4 to 7 months into their game. It's a 2 week seasonal PvE ranking competition, and there's rumors saying it'll be ending on season 20. They're currently on their 17th season, and yeah, the business model of this was, basically get people to summon on the debut unit. It just showcased that unit. That unit does really well in that season's mutations, and it gives them high scores to get all these really nice rewards in the game. So without Towerversity, how will we be able to farm these resources? They get a trinket. They also look at getting, signature weapons and everything down the track as well. And yeah, Towerversity is actually still in our files. Like they already put it into our global version of files according to data miners there. And yeah, like, the Towerversity, the deepest challenge. There are also data miners from the CN and Taiwanese version saying that there's this new mode called Aversity Trek. So similar to Towerversity, it's sort of like the same image and everything that they're based off, and it looks like they're just going to sort of reshuffle this into a roguelike event, similar to our Voyage of Discovery, and probably based on all the past Towerversity seasons, and they just sort of mix and match between that. This is also supported in for Voyage of Discovery. There was also a season 2 that was released in the Chinese and Taiwanese version, so it looks like they're really polishing up their Voyage of Discovery. So we might go down the track of Arknights with their contingency contract. I'm not too familiar with that mode. I did play Arknights a bit, but I didn't really see that mode in the game when I was there. The other thing end game that we might look at is ranking during events. So, courtesy of Dio from the main Discord, he showed us images of the event rankings. They were based on points, and yeah, we can just really see the top tier players here. Just like using all the new shiny units. That's Kia, that's Tear, that's Lavita, Coco, Kaveh, Momo, Sophia, Samantha. I think that's a new epic. I think it's like Raw or something for the unit, Miguel, Homer, Gloria. Yeah, just fairly similar units here and there, and yeah, just always the same names. And this is also won the event rewards, so they're getting like 1,800 of this currency and 20 gems, and it's only like a first time reward for the top players. So I did a bit of translation here. So difficulty 6 in the ranking challenge, the first player who got it, so they did it in the first 41 minutes of release. They got these rewards. This guy did it in the first 38 minutes of difficulty 8 release, and he got the first reward. I don't think there's any more rewards. It's just a racing list. The first player who gets it just gets these rewards, and that's it. And yeah, difficulty 10, and they probably had to restart the stage quite a number of times. It was 4 hours, 28 minutes after release there. And when we see our Shadow of Calamity event, it looks like this is something we're going to go through as well. So let me pull up my in-game for Shadow of Calamity. You guys can check this as well. So, you know, we're familiar with the time lock stages for the encounter sections. Like, you know, this is on the 2nd of November, 3 a.m. for me. And yeah, it's just, you know, that they're locked. But this is a new rank challenge. And this is in 9 days, 3 hours. So this is something different. And I believe this is going to be based on these ranking challenges where the first player who completes this in the whole server, they get a bit of rewards, and yeah, that's it. Like, we might just have to race each other in doing the events as soon as possible, or maybe they could do it based on some sort of point system in the events, and the top players in the event do get rewards. But it looks like that's our end game. Like, there's also the guild updates as well. In the devlog 4, we definitely saw this. We're introducing Eternum Star Monument. Guild members can share event items with each other to earn rewards. So they're only exploring more ways for guild members to team up and tackle challenges together. So there might be some sort of guild battle or guild raid in the future. But it looks like they're still working on it. Like, even in Devlog 3, they were like, oh, there's going to be some sort of guild construction event, guild team battles, players can borrow heroes from each other to challenge enemies. And yeah, well, I think this is going to be a much longer wait for us because they're still working on producing that content, and then they'll probably end up trying out in the Taiwan and Chinese server, and then we get it after it's released there. Might be less of a delay, maybe like, 1 to 2 weeks for them to transfer it over, but I doubt we're going to get simultaneous release or for global to get this first. So that's it. Like, this is what we're expecting. It's been really tough for like the really sweaty players and the big whales. There hasn't really been much of an end game for them to really look at because this is what we have so far. The only thing is you can just play PvP with friends for no rewards, and everything else is fairly up in the air. We might get event ranking soon, and yeah, it's just really tough. I think a lot of whales are leaving and quitting the game. I saw them like trying to give out accounts, or they were trying to trade or sell accounts here and there, and yeah, that's going to really impact the revenue, the bottom line of sort of Convallaria. And being a business, affecting that bottom line does mean that, it might be that sort of Convallaria would get less investment, and there'll be less, new events, cool stuff for us. Like, you could say, we could just scrap all of this. Like, all this isn't really relevant. You're only playing it for the story. But the story, it's supported by all this other events. Like, if you're just going to play the story, it's kind of like you may as well play a single player game, because at the end of the day, this is a gacha, and the devs put this as a live service for a reason, in order to make more money off the game and really market the game to whales heavy spenders, and without an end game for them to really push at or really compete in, there just might be um, the game might end earlier than we thought. Alright, so that's enough from me for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.